Hello, everyone. I am back with a reading. I wanted to do something different today because originally I was going to do a love reading, but I decided not to do a love reading because I do that a lot and I don't want to be like everyone else in the YouTube streets because the majority of readers do love readings. And nothing against love readings, it's just to me too many people do that, and I'm not too big on romantic love readings. I'm more an advocate for the self-love readings, which I feel like not too many people do. And today that's what I decided to do because of today's date is 6/6/26. And I know society always says that 666 represents the mark of the beast, when in reality, in the spiritual world, we all know that that represents the lovers. So I decided I didn't want to do a love reading. I wanted to do a self love reading. And it's more geared towards self care. I'll be pulling some cards from the Sacred Self Care Oracle deck. I wanted to focus on this reading because I haven't done a reading like this in a while, and I think it's very vital because one of the best ways to keep yourself healthy in all aspects of your life, whether it's mental, physical, spiritual, financial, emotional, the best way to keep yourself in alignment and in balance is to have self care. And right now, one of the things that I am practicing as far as a self-care type thing is to get outside the house more. I'm constantly either in my house or working. And I'm always in the house for multiple different reasons. Saving money, I'm sometimes, trying to recover from the work week, so I'm just relaxing in my home, but I've been feeling like the universe has been pushing me to get out the house more. So I'm starting to do that now, and I'm really glad. This is vital to the reading. I don't want to seem like I'm rambling, but last night I went out with a good friend of mine's. I consider her one of my best friends. It's Gemini season, and when I tell you all three of my best friends are Geminis, it's hilarious. And not just that, but I got a lot of family members that are Geminis. My god brother, my godmother. Today is my godmother's birthday, so that's why Gemini season is so important to me, even though I'm not a Gemini, because I have a lot of people that I love that are Geminis. A lot of cousins, all that. Even, co-worker friends, whatever. But she asked me to go out with her last night, and I'm glad I decided to go because originally I wasn't going to go because of financial reasons, but I was able to, get my money together to go, and I had a great time, and it felt good. It's interesting because I felt so stressed and kind of my energy was kind of low, but when I hung out with her last night, even though it was later in the day, I felt, you know, in a way rejuvenized. I don't know if I'm saying that word right. But anyways, I felt energized basically. Like I felt like I got an extra boost just because I got out the house and I was hanging out and I was living life and enjoying life and I was having a good time. So I employ anyone out there that has been always in the house. I really encourage you to get out the house. The weather is breaking. The weather has broke basically. So the weather is nice right now. It is beautiful outside. Go outside, get some sun, touch the grass, hang out. And you don't have to spend a ton of money to do something. You can do something a little bit inexpensive, or it can be free, or just go for a walk or go to the mall, spend a little something, don't spend something, hang out with a friend, whatever. So I really encourage you to do that. And before I start pulling cards, I just want to do my introduction in case you're new here. My name is Ashley. This is the Intuitive Wellness Studio Tarot. I'm new to the YouTube streets. I'm trying to get to 10 subscribers. Right now we're at 9, and I thank all my 9 subscribers for joining me in my community that I'm slowly building. Right now for the month of June, there are different specials that I have going on. So for the month of June, all of my readings, except for some, are $16. And what I mean by that is like the standard readings like healing, love, financial, whatever, general, just to see what's in store for you. $16 flat. Healing the father wounding, that reading is $26. That's all month long. The Juneteenth ancestral spiritual readings, that is $19 all month long. And if you are a Gemini, you get a free birthday reading from me all month long, even if we're in Cancer season, doesn't matter. Blah 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 blah. I don't know why I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't know if I mentioned this in my last reading. I will be doing some LGBTQ community type readings. I don't know if I want to do love, but what else could I talk about? I mean, I guess it could be a general. Maybe it could be just a general reading, because I don't want to keep doing love, like I said. But But anyways, let's get into the reading. Let's pull some cards. Spirit, what do you have in store for guidance? Any type of messages for the collective, or what they can do to practice more self-care and self-love to further their healing journey, basically? Can I get some clarifying messages, please? Holy Father, Holy Mother. Okay. I'm going to pull 3. Since it's 6 times 6, 3. I mean, 6 plus 6, 3. 2 more. One more, Spirit. Oh, okay. I wanted to come out in sideways, and I think I need to take it that way. Overall energy. Okay. Got it. All right. So the first card is number 7, Burning Bowl Ritual. Second card is 31, Look to the Stars. Now this card came out in Crossing. Number 26, Health Checkup. This came out in Crossing. Sorry, Health Checkup. And then the overall energy is 14, Connect with your ancestors. This is a lot of different messages, so I'm picking up different things. And I'll talk about the, what is this? The near future outcome and the extra message in the bottom of the deck. So I'm picking up different energies, so I don't think this is one message specific. I think it's different messages. So these are the different things that you can do to practice some self-care, self-love throughout your healing journey. So the first one is a burning bowl ritual. Now, usually people do this to release anything. This is a good way to release. So if there's if there's something that you've been holding on to that you are finally ready to release, this is a good time to do this practice. To be honest, I think the best time to do this type of ritual is during a fire season, or during like a full moon or a new moon that's in a fire sign. So the next fire sign is Leo. So I think the best, and it's funny because it says number 7 and Leo season starts in July. So I think you should do this in the month of July. I could be picking up a Leo because this does give off some sun fire energy. So you could be a Leo that I'm speaking to. You might need to release something, let something go so you can move forward in your life. The next message is Look to the Stars. So I feel like, and I'm going to read the book with this one, I feel like Spirit basically wants you to be in tune with the moon phase. The moon phase is a good way to manifest and to also track your healing process, your shadow work. I know with the moon phases, I always, during new moon and full moon phases, I always do shadow work around those times, especially new moon phases. Because to me, the new moon reveals to you what your blockages are. And to me, the full moon represents, you basically overcoming something. You're, I'm trying to think of the word. It's not just overcoming, but also something being revealed to you. You know, something that you've been trying to seek answers on, and you're finally getting that answer. So I'm also hearing spirit wants you to get more in tune with astrology also. I'm kind of getting you are a star seed, and I think you are discovering that, and you trying to learn more about the stars and constellations, and just about the different energies and the moon phases and the zodiacs, all that. So I'm kind of getting star energy. I could be picking up a Aquarius. I'm getting Aquarius energy right there. So far I'm picking up two different fixed sign energies. So this one is not a particular sign in general. This, I think spirit just wants you to go to the doctors more often. I'm not saying anything is wrong with you, because I don't think there's anything wrong with you. The fact that it's in crossing represents that you're not going at all. And spirit wants you to start going, because whoever I'm picking up, you could be in your late 20s, you could be in your early 30s. But just because you're young doesn't mean you don't need to go to the doctors. You know what I'm saying? Like, young people can get sick too. I'm not trying to put nothing in the atmosphere, but you just need to be more on top of your health, because staying on top of your health now will help you in the future in general. You know what I'm saying? So, go to the doctor, you know. If you don't have any, now, if you are 26, you should still be on your parents' insurance. So I'm not sure what that's all about, unless you got kicked off or something. But if you are older than that, I need you to pay for that insurance. Okay? I believe insurance did go up because of this new administration. I understand. But just invest in yourself. You know, if you don't invest in yourself, nobody else will. And you only get one body, so you got to take care of it. Your body is a temple, not a freaking carnival. So get those checkups, okay? And let me just say this, because I feel like my channel, the good majority of people that watch me is, you know, people in the black community, because I am black or whatever. But I know with the black community, we sometimes don't like to go to the doctors for multiple reasons. And a lot of those times is because we don't feel seen or heard or taken seriously, especially black women. We get overlooked. They think our pain tolerance is higher than everybody else's and all that nonsense. But I understand. I get it, because my sister and I know other people that only go to black providers, and that's perfectly fine. I encourage that, you know. But my whole point is there are black providers now, way more than it was in the past. So if you don't feel comfortable with anybody else, I suggest you find a black provider, because there's plenty of them. My sister and other people I know go to them. So I have myself. So don't let what happened to us in the past stop you from taking care of yourself and your health. And I also heard spirit say it's not even just about getting a routine checkup. Like, go to the dentist, okay? Go to the damn dentist, okay? I know sometimes people think that's not that important, but it's important. The dentist exists for a reason, okay? Go to the dentist. Get your eyes checked. You know what I'm saying? And even if it's not your physical health, your mental and emotional health, go to therapy, okay? There's nothing wrong with therapy. Therapy is not for crazy people. Therapy is for everyone. Whether your life is going good or bad, therapy, it is vital. Go to therapy. Find a therapist. So the overall energy is number 14. It says connect with your ancestors. So I'm picking up that star energy again. So I'm really heavily picking up an Aquarius and a Leo, but mainly Aquarius. So I feel like spirit really wants you to connect with your ancestors. Um, and the way that you can do that is, now I know with me, I be connecting with my ancestors and I don't even be trying to, which is interesting. I feel like every time someone in my family passes, they always visit me in the dream state. So I kind of get the feeling that that could be happening with you. So I think spirit wants you to pay attention to your dreams because your ancestors are telling you something. Okay. And this is the other thing too. I think sometimes people think ancestor, the word ancestor like means that this is someone that died like 1,000 years ago. No. Your ancestors could be excuse me, can't speak. Can be your grandmother, your great auntie, your great uncle, your grandfather, your great cousin. I don't even know if that's really a term, but it doesn't mean that someone that died 1,000 years ago. It could just be someone that was an elder to you that passed on. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention to those dreams. I would highly recommend you getting like a journal so that whenever, excuse me, that's confirmation, so that whenever you do have a dream, jot down what is taking place. And if you don't understand what is happening in your dreams, you can contact me and I can interpret that for you, because I've been interpreting dreams since I was like in freaking middle school. So I have mastered interpreting dreams. Because I've been having some wild dreams since I was in middle school. So if you need help interpreting what your ancestors is trying to tell you in the dream state, contact me. Send a message in the comments. So I was gonna read the book, but I don't feel like I need to do that now. I got a clear understanding of what spirit is saying. The near future outcome. It says number 10. It says clear your energy field. So basically the lady is saging. So I think spirit really wants someone out there to really clear your energy field, because you could be feeling a little unbalanced. And a great way to bring your body into full balance and your space also is by saging. Now, if you sage, make sure the windows are open. Never sage your space without the windows open, because if you have the windows closed, that energy that's supposed to be being released is stuck. It's not going anywhere. So you opening up the window, it releases that negative energy. It's clearing it out. Don't keep it trapped in the house, because that just keeps it stuck basically. You're not going to properly clear out your energy if you don't open up the window. And it's so funny because with that, this really connects to the extra message, which is 22, energy work, meditation. So spirit, I think, wants you to really meditate. And to be honest, meditation doesn't require you to sit in this position, because to be honest, sitting like this with the legs crossed, that makes your legs sleep, in my opinion. I've tried that. It doesn't work for me. The best way, and there's different ways you can meditate. You could just be sitting upright like this and just close your eyes and just listen to calming music and just, do some breath work. Or you can lay down. You can get like a yoga mat maybe and just lay on the ground and just do some breath work and, calm your energy and just breathe and listen to some calming music with some scented candles or something. Or you could be in your bathtub and do that. Or you can just be in your bed and do that. I meditate in my bed all the damn time. Okay? You don't have to be sitting like this. But I just feel like I feel like spirit is really encouraging you to do some more meditation work, because it'll balance out your chakras. It'll balance you out. And so at the bottom of the deck, spirit wants someone to Lord, I can't talk right now. I'm a little sleepy. Gotta wake up. But anyways, so I'm getting someone out there likes to bake. And this is one of the things that you like to do as like a self-care, self-love. I'm not a baker, but sometimes me cooking myself a good meal does make me feel good. It does make it lifts my spirits because I like to cook. Um, and I know sometimes people feel that way about baking and making themselves like a sweet treat. Now, I'm not now with all this healthiness and everything, don't go overboard. But it is good to treat yourself from time to time. You know what I'm saying? It lifts your spirits. So that is the reading. I hope that helped. And if it didn't, I can do another reading like this again. I think this is vital to talk about because, like I said earlier, I don't want to keep doing love readings. Nothing against love readings, but I just think that too many people do that. And I like to be different, you know. Plus, I just also think that, you know, I'm not against, I just want to put this out here. I'm not against being coupled up and being in a relationship. I'm not against that, you know. Um, I just I just don't like the unnecessary push to make people think that they have to be in a relationship. Because I believe some people are so programmed to be in a relationship that when they're not, they think there's something wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just your season to be single, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like it's really interesting how people think being single is a bad thing. But it's like, why is that a bad thing? It's okay to be by yourself. You know, it's okay to have that alone time because sometimes I hate to say this, but sometimes you don't need that distraction. Sometimes you need to be focusing on something a little bit more important, like maybe your career, maybe your children, um, maybe your aspirations, your goals, your plans. Because I just find it interesting that people are so worried about a relationship, but they're not concerned about their health. Like you're more worried about a partner than your health. That's not a good thing. I'm not saying that somebody out there is, but I'm just saying, like, I just feel like people are more worried about being coupled up than something as simple as making sure you're healthy, you're eating right, you're exercising, um, making sure your finances is okay, financial health. People always think that being healthy is like physical and mental and emotional. It's also financial too, and spiritual, you know, um, and also sexual health too. Some people don't care about that, or that's not a worry for them, or something like whatever. Like you shouldn't be just busting it wide open for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like that is something that not everybody is supposed to have with you. You know what I mean? I just think that sometimes we gotta reshift reshift that focus. Like if you always wanted to start a business, if you're single, start that business. Shift that sacral chakra energy into something else. Shift that sexual energy into creativity, to blossom something positive. You know what I'm saying? And also, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I feel like it's important for me to say this. If you are single and you do want to be in a relationship, take this time to really think about why you want that. Do you want it because this is truly what you want, or what society wants, or is somebody pressuring you, like your parents or something? Because I feel like us women, we have like this unnecessary pressure to be coupled and to be married, but we don't get that pressure to go to college or get a career, or explore life as a single woman, so you can know who you are as a woman, as a person. Because we are more than just that. You know? So really think about why you want it, and also, what do you want in a relationship? Some people just say they just want a relationship. Okay, well, what kind of relationship do you want? You know, do you want something where it's, I mean, of course you want the basics like good communication, a giving person, you know, a caring person, all this other stuff. But really think about what you really want. You know what I mean? And what you don't want. What's your deal breakers? What you're willing to compromise with, you know? And also, don't get caught up in the aesthetic, okay? Because life is real life, you know? Life is not an aesthetic. Life is real life. So don't get all caught up with that stuff that you see on social media, okay? This is the real life, real world, okay? Not a fairy tale world. So, all right, I'm rambling. So, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you didn't, I will be doing other ones. And it's okay if it doesn't resonate. Maybe the next one will. But if it did, I hope it helped. I don't know when I'm going to be doing the next reading, but I will see you in the next time. And enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And have a great weekend.